welcome to today's edition of Frightfully Forgotten. And what are we drinking today, Justin?
We're drinking Professor Burak's Subatomic IPA.
It's good to drink before you have to go battle the Prince of Darkness.
Exactly.
Today we're going to be bringing to you 1997 sci-fi horror classic epic masterpiece, The Cube. No, actually, no, it's not The Cube, it's just Cube.
Yeah.
There is no the. Forget the. Cube.
Fuck the.
It is directed by Vincenzo Natali. He also co-wrote it. He also did a really good sci-fi thriller called Splice. It's co-written by Graham Manson, and he also did a TV show called Orphan Black. It stars Maurice Dean, and he was in a TV show that Justin does not remember, but I remember very vividly, a Canadian sci-fi action show called Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. I had two toys I remember, also starring David Hewlett, who is in Pin. He's in tons and tons of Canadian TV and movies. Can have a bit part in Kung Fu The Legend Continues.
He's all old.
Not David Hewlett, David Garrity. He's all super struggling with alcoholism and everything. I am Kane. I will help you. Anyways, David Hewlett plays the coroner character in Kung Fu Legend Continues for quite a few episodes, actually.
Cube starts off the wicked kill, right, to introduce what this cube is about. Shows one guy waking up. Doesn't know where he is. It's a cube, so there's doors everywhere.
Each wall of the cube has a door.
You turn the knob a couple of times, and the door pulls out and slides down. He hops into the next room. All of a sudden, you see blood start to kind of appear everywhere. Parts of him slide off. He just falls apart.
He was cubed.
He's cubed, yeah. Then the movie starts, like, it has a second beginning, basically. This guy has explored a little bit already. And he's found a couple of people, and they all kind of converge and meet. All 5 people have a special background. One is an architect. There's a prison escapist, a police officer. There's a math student and a doctor. And the police officer guy right away kind of starts to take charge. A lot of these rooms are trapped. Us as viewers and the people in the cube, they really don't know which ones are trapped. The escapist guy, he takes his boot off and he unravels the shoelace and he's throwing the boot into these rooms. Alright, safe from untrapped room to get to some kind of an escape. On each door, as they go through, they notice that there's 3 sets of 3-digit numbers.
But it turns out that not all the rooms are triggered by motion.
Yeah.
So Ren hops into a room, and then this big,
blowtorch
thing comes in front of him, blows his face with his acid, and his fucking face just melts. And it's a great effect. It looks so gory, and it's a great kill. So they figure that it's not just motion that sets off these traps. The mathematician figures out that rooms that are numbered with a prime number are safe rooms. The remaining 4 run into another person in the cube. And who knows how this guy has been able to last in the cube by himself for so long.
Yeah.
Because he's mentally handicapped. They open up the door on the top doors and, and he falls and he lands on the guy. But he does have a purpose later on, you find out. Room's prime, clear. Quentin hops in, and then these wire things come up, jumps out. Before these wire things whip up, it would have just diced him to bits, right?
Yeah.
The prime number trick doesn't work anymore. She figures out where the edge of the cube is by these coordinates. They'd have to backtrack, or they can go below through one booby-trapped room, which is sound activated. It's down, so they can't just jump in. They have to quietly, like a monkey bars in school.
Yeah, swing across,
and without making a sound, try to get down through the room. So that's where we're going to leave the plot. If you want to see how they get through this room, if they get through, if they even get out of the cube at all, you have to watch the movie. Why are we recommending The Cube?
Well, for one, the setting. It's a cube. And that's all you pretty much know about it. That's the mystique, right? The mystery behind it.
It's so intriguing as to what is this cube? Why are these people here?
Yeah.
Who built it?
Yeah.
Who put them there? What's the link between all these people, if there is one? They only had to build one set, change the backlighting of the color to, change up what room they're in, but it was all shot in one set.
Yeah, and the mentally challenged guy, too, he's like, I don't like red.
Yeah. I don't like the red rooms.
Yeah.
The actors really didn't like the scenes in the red rooms because I think they were all really intense scenes. So they shot all the blue room scenes all back to back, all the red room scenes all at once. So apparently the red room scene batch was like a tough one.
If James Brolin is any indication on a red room being shitty, he knows. Character development in this movie is huge. The characters are pretty much what it's about. The dynamic between all of them that's the movie. How they deal with isolation, then with having to deal with each other.
And seeing what happens to these characters when they're pushed to their breaking point. Seeing everyone's weaknesses and seeing everyone at their absolute worst. In a lot of our episodes, we talk about music and how important music is to us in horror movies. In this movie, the lack of music is very effective. All there really is the drone of the sound of the cube. And when there is music, only in very specific points of the movie where things get really tense. I think it kind of helps demonstrate the isolation.
Yeah. There's no other sounds, right?
The only thing there is yourselves and the cube, and that's all you hear is people talking and the sound of the cube humming. Effects in this movie are really good.
They're mostly practical, right?
Yeah, mostly practical. The only downside is there's some 90s CGI in here that would make the Pope weep.
Yeah.
There's some bad CGI. It's just a sign of the times. The acting in this movie is really, really good.
Fantastic, yeah.
I think maybe some of the dialogue may be a little cheesy. I think the actors do a great job of pulling it off, regardless. It really gets you into the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Gets you into the room with these people. You kind of feel like you're there with them, right?
Part of the cube, yeah. If Saw didn't take this movie as an inspiration, then it's one hell of a frickin' coincidence.
Yeah.
It's almost like Saw 2.
Yeah.
Almost exact.
It's almost exactly like Saw Part 2. There's a lot of underlying themes in Cube. There's a ton, and you can put your own spin on all those themes. Probably the biggest is the concept of teamwork, right?
Exactly.
You have to work as a team if you want to get out of this thing. Each one of these people has a special ability that they possess that if they put them all together, they should be able to get out of this cube.
Exactly.
What happens when one person or more than one person is taken out of that equation? How does that change your chances of getting out? Right?
How does the dynamic within the group change as well? Right?
Yeah. When the team stops working as a team, how things fall apart.
Yeah,
right?
it starts to become every man for himself, and survival mode kicks in.
Yeah.
Every human for himself.
When you're taken out of society, put in this fucking room, there's no sense of law, what you're able to now express that maybe you couldn't.
They've got to govern themselves.
Yeah, and that kind of comes out in the Quentin character a lot.
You have to make up the reason for the cube being there on your own. What if in this cube, what if this is reality? Not as we know it. We know reality as being outside here now. But what if for these people, this is reality? And when they leave some other type of weird world. If you're into movies like The Matrix, there's a definite parallel with worlds, with reality. If you like movies like Saw.
Specifically Saw 2.
Yeah, specifically Saw 2.
Basically, if you're a fan of sci-fi horror, check it out. The Cube. Sorry, fuck. Cube. No the.